Hello FiberWizards and welcome to this module on fiber safety. The purpose of this module is to inform fiber optic technicians of some of the most prominent safety concerns related to fiber optic work, with focus on safety practices related to training activities in this course. It is important to note that this module should be viewed as a global overview of fiber safety and should not replace job-specific training or guidelines set by the customer, employer, or local regulations. In this module, we will cover various essential safety topics for fiber optic technicians, including standards, codes, laser safety, handling of bare fibers, personal protective equipment, working at heights, traffic safety management, and more. We will also provide valuable insights and best practices for working with fiber safely. Standards and codes. Standards and codes play an important role in fiber safety. While standards are recommended guidelines, codes are mandated and must be adhered to for public safety. Among the most important sources for information of safety codes and standards in North America are OSHA, the NESC, and the NEC. These codes and standards are often used as reference for other regions. OSHA is a federal agency responsible for setting and enforcing workplace health and safety standards. The NESC is a comprehensive set of rules mostly oriented to safety, as related to the construction, operation, and maintenance of outside plant electrical and telecommunication distribution systems. NEC provides guidelines for the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment for buildings and premises. Compliant training and qualifications. Workers in the telecommunications industry must be properly trained and qualified and must comply with safety requirements set by local regulations, the network or site owner, and the employer. In the U.S., it is mandatory to get OSHA-prescribed training for telecommunications workers. Laser safety. Laser safety is a top priority when working with fiber optics. Most fiber systems work within the infrared range of the electromagnetic spectrum and emit invisible light. While most fiber transmitters are harmless, it is important to take precautions when looking or inspecting connectors, and to use video inspection probes instead of inspection microscopes when possible to increase safety. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration classifies lasers in 4 categories from Class 1 to Class 4 based on the power and potential hazard posed by the laser. Most fiber optic systems use Class 1 and Class 2 lasers, which generally speaking do not pose significant risk, but it is important to be aware of the type of lasers in use and to take safety precautions for some networks use high-powered lasers and amplified systems for long-distance links, which may pose more serious risks if unmanaged. Bare fibers and fiber shards. Bare fibers and fiber shards can cause punctures and lacerations if not handled properly. It is important to always wear ANSI-compliant safety glasses for eye protection and to contain any loose fiber shards immediately. Work on black surfaces whenever possible to help spot loose shards and use black electrician's tape to pick up any fiber pieces. Actively controlling fiber shards helps prevent getting them on one's clothing and transferring them outside the work area where it could harm others. When handling fiber waste, be mindful of small sharp metal fragments and other cable elements. Exercise caution and dispose of waste properly following job site and material requirements. Materials safety and chemicals handling. Regarding materials safety, it's crucial to assess the SDS of chemicals present or used at the job site, such as fiber cleaning fluids and epoxies. Be aware of potential hazards and work in well-ventilated areas. If using any chemical substances for the job, adhere to best practices for handling and familiarize yourself with any other chemicals and gases that you may encounter at the job site. Note that fusion splicers generate arcs that can ignite flammable substances and cause explosions if used in close proximity of volatile chemicals or in confined spaces. Personal protective equipment. Let's talk about personal protective equipment, or PPE, which plays a crucial role in keeping workers safe from potential hazards in the workplace. Eye protection is a must when working with fiber optics, as the eyes are particularly vulnerable to fiber shards and debris. Use ANSI-compliant safety glasses with side shields, goggles, or other eye protection devices as necessary for use with prescription glasses. Hand protection is also essential to protect your hands from sharp elements, chemicals, bruises, fractures, or other hazards. Wearing safety headgear such as hard hats along with high-visibility vests provides additional protection on the job site. Hard hats protect the head from falling objects, while vests increase visibility in low-light conditions or when working near traffic. Protective footwear is important for protecting your feet from heavy equipment and crushing hazards. It is imperative to choose PPE that is compliant, that fits well, and that is properly maintained to provide the maximum level of protection. Ensure that all PPE complies with specific job requirements and local regulations. Electrical hazards. When working with fiber optic systems, it's important to be mindful and anticipate potential electrical hazards near the work area. Electrical infrastructure, such as overhead and underground distribution systems, as well as equipment like power supplies, generators, and DC power distribution elements, can pose potential dangers if not properly installed or if malfunctioning. So take any appropriate measures to prevent accidents. Adhere to protocols, including maintaining proper distance from potentially energized elements when working near these devices. Fire safety. Fire safety is a crucial concern in fiber optics. The National Electrical Code provides guidelines for cable jacket classification to prevent the spread of fire and smoke in buildings and premises. All indoor fiber optic cables must be UL listed and carefully selected to meet local codes for flammability. This helps prevent the spread of fire and toxic fumes in the event of a fire, ultimately saving lives. Being aware of necessary precautions and complying with local safety codes and regulations can help prevent fires and protect lives. Working at heights. When working at heights, there's always a risk of falling and causing injury or death. To minimize this risk, always follow proper procedures, including completion of any necessary training and being qualified for the type of work and equipment operation involved as applicable. Use appropriate fall protection equipment, such as harnesses and lanyards. Hit training on ladder use, working on raised platforms, or any other specific training that applies. Safety should be your top priority when working at heights. Power tools. When using powered tools, be mindful of potential hazards such as electric shock, cuts, and crushing injuries. Read the operator's manual, follow the manufacturer's recommended safety precautions, and inspect the tool for damage before use. Wear appropriate PPE such as eye protection, gloves, and hearing protection if necessary. Traffic safety management. If working on roads or near traffic, be extra cautious and follow traffic safety management protocols strictly. Use warning signs to alert drivers and pedestrians of your presence. This can include using flaggers, placing cones or barricades around the work area, and using signs to warn of potential hazards. Wear high-visibility clothing and make sure your work vehicle is equipped with emergency lights or other warning devices to help drivers see you and slow down as needed. In conclusion, it's essential to take fiber optics safety seriously and follow all the best practices outlined above and any other as needed to ensure a safe and secure work environment. Talk to a competent person with authority in your organization, such as a safety officer, to ensure proper planning, best practices for safety, and regulatory compliance. Remember, it's crucial to make sure that you are qualified and have received approved training for the job before engaging in any fiber optics work. A safety culture is everyone's job, and it's crucial to work together to create a safe and secure work environment. By taking fiber optics safety seriously and following all best practices, we can all help to prevent accidents and ensure a safe and secure work environment for all. Don't forget, safety saves lives. Be safe out there, FiberWizards. Let's go.